VAR going to save RSL, or is this going 2-2?
And wipes out a would-be 98th minute tying goal.
Welcome to Instant Replay, presented by Cheez-It for MLS Week 6. I'm Andrew Wiebe, as always, with Charlie Davies, and we know what you want us to talk about. Yeah, that LAFC equalizer that got taken off the board. 2 words, Charlie.
Let's go.
Oh, and let's go straight to that play in the 98th minute. It's stoppage time. LAFC down 2-1. El Trafico drama. Carlos Vela with the cross, deflects off Latif Blessing to Mamadou Fall, bounces around, ball gets back to Blessing, goal. LAFC have tied it at the Galaxy, but they haven't. This is what video review is for. Let's listen in to hear what they were saying in the VAR booth.
So the guy in the middle, he's gonna play it, and he's right here.
Yes,
So
there's a touch there.
yeah, and then the guy that's offside, he's gonna come back and play the ball. He's gonna deflect off the white player, but he doesn't play, so it's a deflection, right?
Correct, and right there I have offside.
Yep.
Correct. Offside is my decision. There's nothing
Yeah,
else. Perfect.
yeah, the other thing
offside
doesn't
is the
matter.
decision. Offside is the decision.
And there you heard VAR Edwin Jurasevich note the touch off Latif Blessing in the offside position of Mamadou Fall. Charlie, he also notes that it doesn't matter that it deflected off Nick DePuy. Why doesn't it matter, Charlie?
It was clear and obvious to me that Nick DePuy wasn't attempting to play the ball. It ricocheted off Latif Blessing, it came off Nick DePuy, and went to the player who was offside, Mamadou Fall. In that instance, I knew it was clear and obvious that this goal was going to come back.
I was honestly shocked, confused, in awe, understood that none of you who tweeted at me or others had ever read the laws of the game. Just didn't ever think to do so, just popped off on Twitter. Okay, 28th minute, Charlie. Carlos Vela is onside or offside? He's offside based on what happened on the field. Flag went up, no goal. What do you think?
Another one, Wiebe. We've been in this business far too long. If it's obvious to us and to everyone that he's clearly off, even if it's just a little, from this angle, knowing that the angles are not spot on, they play tricks with you. This is not a definitive angle. That if you have the clear angle, he is clearly off. So for me, they got this call right.
Well done to the AR on that one. And that is Charlie Davies slamming his briefcase closed. He is a businessman, folks. All right, we're done with that. On to RSL Toronto, 79th minute, 2-1 RSL. Jaden Nelson with the bombazo. Absolute strike. Have it, son. But then it gets a little bit confusing because VAR Nima Saghafi flags down to the field to referee Marcos de Oliveira. He says, hey, there was a foul by Jaden Nelson on Damir Kreilach. You should go check this out. It's a clear and obvious error. Well, de Oliveira goes to the board and he says, nuh-uh, that is still a goal. I'm sticking with my call on the field. And I think that's a good decision by de Oliveira. I understand why Saghafi flagged this one. Watch closely from this angle. You can see in slow motion that indeed Jaden Nelson does get a little piece of Kreilach's leg before he gets the ball cleanly, which is what you see de Oliveira saying, hey, all ball here. If you're a stickler or you're looking for the minutia as a VAR, you might say that is a clear and obvious foul. I say that is not a clear and obvious foul. What is Damir Kreilach doing? He's not in possession of this ball. He's jumping in front of it, trying to make himself big, and Jaden Nelson comes in to win the ball, which he does. I think this is a 50-50 that Jaden Nelson wins. So if I'm at de Oliveira, I see this replay and I say, not clear and obvious, call on the field stands. I'm sticking with my original call.
You could argue that he was coming through the player to win the ball. But when Marcos de Oliveira goes to the monitor, he goes, well, no, Kreilach is jumping with 2 feet in front of the ball. So therefore, the ball is behind him. Jaden Nelson comes in and wins the ball in a 50-50 challenge. In this manner, it's a physical game, and I love how he stuck with the call on the field. Because in my opinion, this was a good challenge and the goal should have stood.
Well done by both sides, the VAR and the referee. Contact doesn't always mean a foul. We agree on that, Charlie. All right, some quick ones here. 90th minute of this Red Bull Montreal game. Tom Barlow wants a penalty for this collision with Sebastian Breza. I don't think that's a PK. If he's trying to lift it over the goalkeeper, it is, but he's shooting. Breza makes the save.
Goalkeepers always get the benefit of the doubt. Hey, I'm with the striker union. You know I'm all about the calls. But in this instance, when a keeper comes out and he does make the save, they're always allowed to clutter into the striker. No PK.
All right, how about this Justin Rennicks one in the 65th minute? This got the Revs back in striking distance, tied with Inter Miami. Do you think Damian Lowe fouled him on this play?
Damian Lowe did foul him because Justin Rennicks was very clever. At the last second, you can see him turn his right shoulder inwards. Therefore, Damian Lowe catching the back of his shoulder instead of the side of his shoulder, which resulted in the penalty kick. Well done from the youngster.
And well done from Hani Mukhtar as well. Sporting Kansas City, Nashville. This is a penalty on Izimat Marine because if you look real closely, yeah, he's grabbing that wrist. And when Hani feels it, he says, I'm not going to keep going. I'm going down. That's a foul. That's a PK. And this is a crazy challenge by Christian Dahome in this Vancouver-Portland game in the 38th minute. He just comes barreling through. That is a foul all day, every day, and it took VAR to catch it. It also took VAR to catch this one on Gald in the 85th minute, Charlie. What do you think? Claudio Bravo's got to be a little frustrated here, but I see contact.
I do see contact, but as we both know, contact doesn't mean a foul or a penalty. I think they're very fortunate to get away with this one.
I think there's one angle that convinced me on this one. If you see it from this angle right here, you can see that contact into the knee was enough to take down Ryan Gald. All right, clean it up for me, Charlie. Last one. This Vancouver-Portland game was absolutely wild. 93rd minute, there was a penalty awarded on Claudio Bravo. Once again, what do you think?
I think it was harsh, but there was contact. The player goes down. And in this instance, I think you're going to get the penalty.
And that's it for us. If you have any questions, comments, considerations, or just a play you want reviewed, use the hashtag #InstantReplay. Big thanks to our producer, Richard Hernandez, and our editor, Phil Levanco. For Charlie Davies, I'm Andrew Wiebe. We'll see you next time.
I will say I don't agree with you on the second part because, in my opinion, Nick DePuy is attempting to play the ball, and it shouldn't be a save because the goalkeeper is there. And so Latif Blessing, if Latif Blessing were in an offside position, which he was, this goal should stand. But that's beside the point because the initial play was off, and so everything that happens after does not matter.
Oh, a classic case of Charlie thinking his opinion is more important than the literal words in the laws, Charlie. It is written right here. It is on the screen. Read it on the screen. It is a save.